The morning sun spilled across the cliffs of Malibu, casting a golden hue over the Forrester estate, where peace seemed like a distant memory. Inside the Forrester mansion, Steffi stood by the window, sipping her espresso, unaware that her world was about to shatter. In the shadows, a storm was brewing, not from the usual enemies like Sheila or Liam, but from someone no one had seen coming. At Forrester Creations, Hope sat across from Thomas, her fingers drumming the table nervously. She had agreed to work with him again, but something felt off. Thomas was distant, guarded, as if holding back a secret he couldn't bear to share. Hope leaned forward, whispering, "Is there something you're not telling me, Thomas?" He looked up slowly, eyes darker than usual, and said, "You'll understand soon, Hope. Everything's about to change for all of us." Meanwhile, in Spencer Publications, Liam sat in his office, staring at an old photograph of him and Steffi. He clenched his jaw, remembering her recent decision to stay with Finn despite everything. "You'll regret it," he muttered under his breath. But revenge wasn't on his mind, concern was. Liam had overheard something during a recent visit to Forrester, a name whispered in hushed tones. Ariana. He didn't know who she was, but he knew one thing. Everyone at Forrester was in danger. At the Cliff House, Steffi kissed Kelly goodbye before school, and turned to find Finn pacing. "You've been distracted lately," she said. Finn sighed. "I think someone's watching us. Last night, I saw a shadow by the beach." Steffi's eyes narrowed. "You think Sheila's back?" "No," Finn said grimly. "This feels different. More calculated. Like someone's studying us." Across town, in a sleek modern apartment, Ariana Monroe watched the family she had vowed to destroy. She had returned to LA under a new identity, her past with the Forresters buried deep. Ariana was once known as Annalise Monroe, a model who'd been blackballed from the industry after a scandal she blamed entirely on Ridge and Eric. Now she had returned with a plan. Not just revenge, total eradication of the Forrester dynasty. And she was starting with Steffi. At Forrester Creations, Carter noticed discrepancies in the security logs. Unfamiliar access codes, deleted CCTV footage, and shipments going missing. He brought it up to Ridge, who brushed it off. "Probably a glitch," Ridge said, but Carter wasn't convinced. At the same time, Hope began to feel manipulated. Thomas was acting too perfect, too strategic. When she confronted him, he admitted he had made a deal with someone to help rebrand Hope for the future. "Ariana Monroe," he confessed. "She's a marketing genius." Hope's blood ran cold. Why does that name sound familiar? Meanwhile, Ariana made her first public appearance at an exclusive Beverly Hills fashion event. Bold, beautiful, and confident, she turned heads, especially Ridge's. He approached her, vaguely recognizing the face, but Ariana played her role perfectly. "You must be Ridge Forrester. I've admired your work for years." That night, Ridge couldn't shake the feeling that he'd seen her before. At home, he told Brooke, but she dismissed it as déjà vu. But the truth was, Ariana had studied every move of the Forrester family for years. She had files, photos, passwords, all acquired through manipulation and seduction of former Forrester employees. And her first strike was about to land. At Forrester, an entire shipment of Steffi's intimates line went missing. Millions of dollars vanished, along with the trust of international buyers. Steffi was furious, accusing the logistics manager, but no one could explain how it happened. Meanwhile, Hope's line was flourishing under Ariana's guidance. Even Ridge started favoring Hope more in meetings. The divide between Steffi and Hope grew deeper. Liam visited Steffi to warn her. "I don't know who Ariana is, but I don't trust her. She's not who she says she is." But Steffi was tired of Liam's interference and dismissed him. That same night, Finn found a small camera hidden in the bookshelf, disguised as a photo frame. His heart pounded. He called security, but the feed was encrypted. "Someone is watching us," he whispered to himself. Ariana's next move came swiftly. Using her influence, she planted a false HR complaint against Steffi, alleging toxic leadership. Board members began to question her position. Ridge tried to defend her, but it was clear. Someone was orchestrating a takedown. Meanwhile, Hope confronted Ariana. "What's your endgame?" Ariana smiled calmly. "You'll see. I don't destroy people, Hope. I simply expose what they really are. Thomas, still unaware of Ariana's full intentions, began to suspect that she was manipulating him too. One night, he followed her to a private club, only to see her meeting with someone shocking, Sheila Carter. Ariana and Sheila had struck a temporary alliance. Sheila wanted her son back. Ariana wanted the Forresters destroyed. Together, they devised a plan to push Steffi out completely, by faking evidence of her affair with Carter. A doctored video was leaked online, showing a manipulated clip of Steffi and Carter looking intimate. The media exploded. Finn, devastated, confronted Steffi. She denied everything, but doubt crept in. Do you still love Liam? He asked. No, she cried. But you don't believe me, do you? Their marriage began to fracture. Ridge demanded answers and Carter defended Steffi, but even he couldn't explain how the footage was created. Brooke tried to support her daughter, but Hope was conflicted, torn between loyalty and suspicion. Liam, meanwhile, began digging into Ariana's past. He hired a private investigator who uncovered the truth. Ariana Monroe was really Annalise, a disgraced former model whose career ended after an altercation with Ridge decades ago. When Liam brought the evidence to Ridge, the blood drained from his face. She was obsessed with me, Ridge confessed. She accused me of assault. It wasn't true, but it ruined her. They realized they had underestimated her. Ariana's final move was to host a glamorous gala at the Forrester showroom, a celebration of her marketing success. Everyone was invited, including the press. During her speech, she unveiled a new brand initiative, merging Hope for the Future and Steffi's line under one name, Monroe Mode. Gasps echoed across the room. Ridge stood. You don't have that authority. Ariana smiled. Don't I? The board approved it this morning. But then the lights flickered. On the big screen behind her, Liam's investigator hacked the feed, displaying all of Ariana's past crimes, her alliance with Sheila, and the doctored video files. Chaos erupted. Ariana tried to run, but Finn cornered her. You watched my family, my daughter. You tried to destroy everything. You already did that yourselves, Ariana hissed. Security escorted her out as she screamed. This isn't over. Ridge apologized publicly to Steffi and took full responsibility. Finn and Steffi began rebuilding their relationship. Hope apologized to Steffi, and even Thomas confessed his regrets. Sheila, once again exposed, vanished into the night. Her alliance with Ariana over. But as peace settled once more over Los Angeles, in a distant motel room, Ariana stared at a wall covered in photographs of the Forrester family. Round one is over, she whispered. But I'm just getting started.